Have you ever pondered how often our growth is stunted by the invisible boundaries of convention and tradition? These invisible handcuffs, forged by the fires of habit and comfort, often limit our ability to innovate, adapt, and evolve. It's as if we're driving with the handbrake on, struggling to gain momentum while adhering to the familiar. Consider the story of a successful corporation, steeped in tradition, yet unable to adapt to the digital revolution. Despite its former glory, the company found itself on the brink of bankruptcy, struggling to keep up with the pace of change. On the other hand, startups, unencumbered by tradition, embraced change and thrived in the digital age. This juxtaposition perfectly illustrates the transformative potential of breaking free from conventional boundaries. It highlights the power of an adaptive mindset in navigating today's dynamic landscape. Indeed, the first step towards growth and transformation is the willingness to break free from conventional boundaries. Change, they say, is the only constant. But how well do we adapt to this constant change? The key to thriving in our rapidly transforming world lies not in resisting change, but in embracing it. This is where the power of adaptation comes into play. Adaptation is more than just a biological concept. It's a mindset, a skill, a strategy. It's about being flexible, agile, and open to new ideas. It's about learning from our experiences and using that knowledge to navigate the ever-shifting landscape of life. But how do we cultivate this adaptive mindset? It starts with acknowledging that change is inevitable. Instead of clinging to the familiar, we need to embrace the unfamiliar. We need to step out of our comfort zones and venture into the unknown. This might feel uncomfortable at first, but it's a necessary part of the process. Next, we need to foster a culture of innovation. This means encouraging creativity, experimentation, and risk-taking. It means celebrating failures as much as successes, because each failure is a learning opportunity, a stepping stone towards success. Finally, we need to cultivate resilience. This means developing the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going in the face of adversity. It means viewing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and development. Through interactive exercises and expert insights, we can see how these strategies can be applied in real-life scenarios. Whether it's a business navigating economic upheavals or an individual adapting to a new career, the principles remain the same. As we can see, adaptation isn't just about survival, it's about thriving in the face of change. By embracing change, fostering innovation, and cultivating resilience, we can unlock the full potential of adaptation. We can transform challenges into opportunities and uncertainty into growth. We can break free from conventional boundaries and pave the way for a future defined by flexibility, resilience, and limitless potential. This, my friends, is the power of adaptation. We've talked about adapting to change, but what about evolving with it? Evolving is a step beyond mere adaptation. It's about not just surviving, but thriving in an ever-changing landscape. In the grand tapestry of life and business, evolution represents the threads of continuous learning, growth, and progression that weave together to shape our future. Consider the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly. It's not merely a change, it's an evolution. The caterpillar doesn't just adapt to its environment, it transforms, grows wings, and takes flight, expanding its horizons far beyond what it once knew. Similarly, we too must embrace the transformative power of evolution in our personal and professional lives. Let's take a moment to delve into some inspiring stories. Think of pioneers like Marie Curie, whose relentless pursuit of knowledge led to discoveries that revolutionized medicine, or innovators like Steve Jobs, whose visionary approach transformed the way we interact with technology. These individuals didn't just adapt to the world around them, they evolved with it. And in doing so, they reshaped the course of history. But evolution isn't just about monumental breakthroughs and historic feats, it's also about the small, incremental changes that compound over time to drive significant growth. It's about continuously learning, adapting, and innovating. Whether it's honing a skill, embracing a new way of thinking, or adopting a novel approach to problem-solving. When we embrace evolution, we unlock the door to limitless potential. We enable ourselves to stay ahead of the curve, seize new opportunities, and remain relevant in an ever-changing world. We cultivate resilience, foster innovation, and pave the way for a future defined by continuous growth and transformation. So how do we embrace evolution? By fostering a culture of continuous learning, by challenging our assumptions, by daring to step out of our comfort zones, and by viewing change not as a threat but as an opportunity. Evolving with change thus empowers us to seize new opportunities and remain relevant in an ever-changing world. So let's take flight and embrace the transformative power of evolution. We've learned about the importance of adaptation and evolution, but how do we implement these concepts in our lives? The answer lies within the realm of practicality and strategic planning. It's all about taking calculated steps and fostering a mindset of continuous learning and growth. To start, let's consider the personal sphere. Embrace the concept of lifelong learning. This doesn't necessarily mean enrolling in formal education at every turn. It could be as simple as reading a new book, attending a webinar, or even engaging in insightful conversations. The key is to remain open and receptive to new ideas, perspectives, and experiences. Now let's take a leap into the professional realm. Here, the implementation of adaptation and evolution is crucial for maintaining relevance and competitiveness. It begins with fostering a culture of innovation, which encourages employees to think outside the box, challenge the status quo, and come up with creative solutions to complex problems. Another essential aspect is embracing diversity and inclusivity. This enriches the organization with a plethora of perspectives, experiences, and skills that can spark innovation and drive growth. It's about creating an environment where everyone feels valued and heard, and where different ideas can flourish and evolve. Moreover, resilience is a crucial trait to cultivate. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, learn from failures, and keep moving forward. It's about seeing challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and learning. To illustrate, let's consider the example of a well-known tech giant that continuously adapts and evolves to stay ahead of the curve. They foster a culture of innovation, embrace diversity, and display resilience in the face of setbacks. The result, an organization that is not just surviving, but thriving in a dynamic and competitive landscape. Indeed, embracing adaptation and evolution equips us with the resilience and confidence needed to navigate change. It's about breaking free from conventional boundaries and paving the way for a future defined by adaptability, resilience, and limitless potential. As our journey draws to a close, let's reflect on the transformative power of breaking boundaries, embracing adaptation, and fostering evolution. We've discovered that stepping beyond tradition can unlock a world of potential. When we adapt, we become agile, resilient, and ready to face the dynamic landscape of today and tomorrow. We've explored how evolution isn't just about survival, it's about thriving. It's about seizing new opportunities and staying relevant in an ever-changing world. Change, as we've seen, is not something to fear, but an opportunity to grow, innovate, and reinvent ourselves, personally and professionally. In our pursuit of growth, let us not forget the importance of diversity and inclusivity. These are not just buzzwords, but essential ingredients in fostering innovation and a culture of adaptability. Embrace change, break boundaries, and continue to evolve. The future is defined by adaptability, resilience, and limitless potential.